You might know that there's normally a castle level at the end of a world in Super Mario 3D World, and you might enjoy this custom castle level that I've created. You start off in a shrunken down Bowser's Highway Showdown. There's a boomerang bro to the right throwing boomerangs at you, and you can jump over to him to the side, taking him out, and you can carefully avoid the boomerangs that are coming towards you, and you can get the Super Bell power-up. This beginning part is probably the hardest part of the level because things are shrunken down, so it's easy to fall off of the level. You'll want to climb up on the Thwomp here, and you can do this without the Super Bell power-up, but the Super Bell does make it easier to get on top of this. Once you're on the Thwomp will bring you up to these moving platforms, and you're going to want to make your way carefully across them and get to the highway platforms from Bowser's Highway Showdown. There are some bullet bills that are being launched up ahead, and you can hit this question mark block here and get a star power up if you'd like, but you don't need it, and then you run along the narrow highway, past the bullet bills, making the jump across, and then you can make it into a warp box. Next, you end up on the next section of the highway, and there's still no Bowser here, but don't you worry about what we are going to see soon. And as you head across, you might notice that there's a green star on one of these towers here, so you can jump over to the green star to collect it, and carefully jump back to the highway. There's a scary jump that you have to make across here to the next part of the highway, and then you'll come across Bowser's car. What? It's Bowser's car, but no Bowser? What is going on? If you ground pound or attack the car, it makes a sound, and you can continue on. As you move along, you'll finally come across Bowser. Oh no, what a scary boss that you have to face. But if you just walk into him, he falls over because it's just a cutout sign, and after destroying this Bowser, a warp box appears. So congratulations on beating Bowser. The warp box that appears takes you to the castle where you normally finish this level, and there's a green star here instead of the goal pole. And you might be wondering where that clear pipe takes you. You pop into the clear pipe after getting the green star, and it starts to bring you down and down, below the level, below the water, and you pop out of the clear pipe, and you keep falling below the level and below the water. Eventually, you land on a stone block with a checkpoint flag in a lava area. There's a path to the right, and there's a tree to the left. Yes, I put a tree in the lava because I thought it'd be funny. You can hit the like button if you like seeing trees in lava. You might be wondering if you have to climb this tree in this level to get something useful. And if you climb this tree, a bomb comes out and explodes some of the stone blocks nearby. So that just makes continuing through the level more difficult, so you actually don't have to climb up the tree. As you continue to the right, there's some simple platforming that you have to do here to avoid falling into the lava. There's a question mark block here with a mushroom in it, and a fire bro throwing fireballs at you. A jump and a dive is a simple way to make it across to the next platform here, and then there's a platform with the spiny and some tanks in the lava up ahead. You can go around the spiny without being damaged on it, and on the first tank, there is a wide Goomba. You can go and take out this wide Goomba, and you want to be careful with the jumps you use to go from tank to tank so that you don't fall into the lava, because it's easy to fall into the lava if you're just trying to rush and not being careful. You can take out the second Goomba, and you'll notice that there is a bully on the next tank. If you make it over to the next tank and you push the bully into the lava, the bully's actually defeated when it falls into the lava, and that spawns the next green star. You have one more tank to jump to, and when you make it to this tank, you might have noticed that there's a bird near this warp box, and a train in the lava in the distance. This bird might make you think, wait a minute. Is this warp box a troll? Is this the infamous troll bird that has made appearances in several ZXMany videos? Am I actually supposed to jump to the train instead of going into this warp box? I don't know if it's possible to jump to the train, it might be too far, but you are actually supposed to go into this warp box, and it brings you to a toad house. There are 2 toads here waiting for you, 2 power-ups to collect, and a question mark block with a mega mushroom in it. If you take this mushroom, you won't be able to enter this door, so you'll have to wait until you shrink down to enter this door. So where does this door bring you when you can go into it? It brings you right to the front of the train down here. You can carefully make your way up so that you don't fall into the lava, and you can break these wooden crates, but there's nothing super useful in these crates. They're just here for decoration. You can choose to take the mega mushroom in here if you'd like, but you absolutely don't need it. You might have noticed that there's a stamp on the train chimney here, so you can collect that, and you can also drop down to Bowser's mouth and collect the green star here. It's a bit difficult to make it back up safely without the Super Bell power-up, but it is possible. Next, you'll want to jump from train car to train car without falling into the lava, and there's some bully enemies to try to make it more difficult, and they might push you into the lava if you're not careful. I placed these train carts at careful and specific angles because I thought this gave the level a nice aesthetic, and it was really cool to see the lava filling up some parts of the train cart. You can push the bullies bit by bit to see where the lava actually begins and how far you can go before it becomes unsafe and it counts that you're walking on lava. On the next train cart, there's a bully and a Goomba stack, and the Goomba stack has a Super Bell power-up. Sometimes these enemies might walk into the lava when they're trying to chase after you, and that will make them defeat themselves, but you won't be able to get the power-up if it falls into the lava. There's a wooden crate here with a green star in it, and sometimes the lava disappears and doesn't appear properly from certain camera angles right here. There's one more train cart to jump to, and you can see the goal pole right over there. There is a Super Bell power-up here to help you with climbing up the goal pole so that you can reach the top of the goal pole, and when you jump at the goal pole, you'll learn that it is a fake goal pole. If you defeated the previous 3 bullies, then a tiny warp box will spawn here, but if you haven't defeated them, then you'll have to go back and beat them before you can use this warp box. And this warp box will teleport you to the top of the Great Tower of Bowserland, where you have to battle not 1 Bowser, not 2 Bowsers, but 3 Bowsers. Granted that it might not be very difficult since they're just wooden cutouts and they just fall over when you hit them, but they are Bowsers that you have to defeat nevertheless. When you defeat all of them, a warp box appears down here, but you might also want to drop down here and explore a bit more so that you could get another green star. And in case you took damage during that difficult Bowser fight, there's also a Super Bell here so that you could climb back up. And with this Super Bell power-up, you can climb back up to the warp box that you dropped down from. And when you head into the warp box, you're teleported right to the goal pole. You're not on the top of the goal pole, so you actually have to react quickly and realize that you have to start climbing up with Cat Mario to make it to the top of the goal pole. If you'd like to see more custom levels that I've created, you can check out my full playlist with my custom levels in the pinned comment and in the video description. The Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury modding community is hosting a Castle Jam modding collaboration where we all make castle levels for Super Mario 3D World. It was super fun to make a new castle level like this, and I'm really excited to see what other people in the community are going to make. If you like custom levels, testing what is possible in games, and more fun stuff like this, then you can subscribe because you'll be notified when new videos come out, and I'd really appreciate that. Wishing all of you an amazing day ahead of you, and take care, everybody. Hey, it is me, the guy who made this video and made this mod. Quick reminder, face reveal at 1 million subscribers.